How many times have we begged for a seat at a table while completely missing the one where someone was already saving us a place? This is something I want to dive in and talk about today because I was talking to someone over the weekend, and that conversation prompted me to just really think about this topic. And it caused me to pause because how often have I done this? And maybe you have too. It made me think about the importance of saying yes to the people who say yes to us, because sometimes we miss it. Grab your warm cup of coffee, my friends, and let's step forward together. Let's go. Welcome back to the Red Little Women podcast. I am so glad you're here. This is a place where midlife women reclaim, embrace, define, lead, and own who they are now in this season of life. We have found our voice, and we are stepping forward and writing books, launching podcasts, and starting businesses. I'm your host, Terri Mullen. Let's dive in. So often, especially as midlife women entrepreneurs, we spend so much time chasing, especially if we're stepping forward and starting something new. We start chasing shiny objects, shiny things, certain coaches, feel like we need to step forward and chase the next right strategy or the next right tool or the next right AI tool, or even the thing that we think we should be doing. We start saying what others need to hear because of the algorithm that we're also chasing, and maybe because the data tells us that that's what we need to do. And we start to prove ourselves, prove that we are enough, that we are valuable, that we have the right information, and that we belong in the room. And in all that striving, I often think we miss what is right in front of us. Maybe a simple invitation that came in an email or a message, or a person who is tapping you on the shoulder saying, I see you, I see your talent, I see your value. I would love for you to come alongside me. And I want to talk about this today because I don't think those moments are small ones. They're actually really big ones. And they are often the ones we miss, the ones we gloss over and think, oh, that was nice. But many times they are gifts. They are what I call God winks. And they almost feel too easy because it's really our natural gifting. And they're little reminders that say, you belong. I see you. I see your gift. I see your talent. I see your strength. And it matters. The value we carry matters. And you matter. I met a young woman who used to go into a particular store all the time because she loved some of the products that they sold there, some of the things that she actually collects. And she built a relationship with the owner. And she asked lots of curious questions. She was engaged. And she often asked them to hold her favorite new product that was just being released. She asked them to hold it when it would arrive in their store and if she could have it first. And over time, the owner started to notice her. She noticed her not just as a customer, but as someone who had a really curious eye for certain products and an understanding of what people liked and a natural ability to connect. And one day, unexpectedly, she was offered a job. Think about that. She wasn't out there trying to force her way into something. She was simply curious and showing up with interest and consistency and care and honesty, and her natural gifts and talents began to shine through, and someone noticed. Finally. I say that because she had worked at other businesses that didn't make her feel good about herself. They kept pushing her harder and making her feel small, like she wasn't doing her job. But suddenly, here was an opportunity that landed gently and very kindly right in her lap. I know someone else who's very gifted with AI. They began to lean into something that they do naturally, especially with their curiosity. And someone else saw that gift and invited them into their world and into an opportunity. And honestly, I've seen this in my own life too. There have been moments where someone I respect, someone I admire, even someone who has mentored me, has seen something in me and offered me a seat at their table. They've offered me an opportunity to step into their room and have a seat. It's pretty empowering, isn't it? And it made me think how often we work so hard to prove ourselves that we don't recognize when we are already being seen. And for midlife women, I think by the time we get here, we've already lived a lot of life. We've raised our children, we've had other jobs and careers, we've supported a whole lot of other people, we've worked really hard, We've doubted ourselves. We've started over, right? And we questioned whether it's too late for us. We wondered if there's still something else, something meaningful that we can offer the world. And I say a big hell yes. And because of that mindset, a lot of times we fall into the trap of striving, making sure we're doing it right, that perfectionism, right? And I have another client that I'm helping who by nature has a little bit of sass and a little bit of edge, which I love. But on social media, she's been a little bit timid and afraid to show it. What will others think? And so what's happened, instead of being her real authentic self, her true self, just who would stand out with her classy sass, as I say, she's been a little bit softer and it's affecting her. She's starting to blend in versus standing out. So I'm telling her, lean in, stand out, be you, be authentically yourself, add your sass, add your edge. It'll stand out and it'll be easier for you to show up because you're being true to who you are. And we all do this. We dip our toe in. We try harder. We push harder. We prove. We let our perfectionism take over. Are we doing it right? And we start looking outward instead of paying attention to what's already within us. You feel that too. So maybe the next right step for you isn't a loud one. Maybe it's a quiet invitation. Maybe it's leaning into who you really are and to show up authentically or to say yes to an opportunity that has come before you. I think so often we're just working so hard to prove ourselves that we fail to see what is right in front of us and we miss the yes. We miss being who we truly are or showing up as ourselves because we're afraid of being rejected, right? We're so focused on where we are or on that one place that didn't open, that wasn't right for us, or the person that didn't respond, or the opportunity that didn't happen, that we overlook the person that's saying yes to us. So here's to you, the woman who's starting over, who's reinventing herself, who's beginning again, who's building a business, who's trying to find her voice and use it, the woman who wonders if it's too late, the woman who has spent a lifetime of taking care of everyone else and trying to figure out what this season of life looks like for her. You don't have to force open every door. You don't have to beg to be seen. You don't have to spend your life chasing rooms that resist allowing you in or keeping you from who you really are. Pay attention to the people and the things that say yes to you. Pay attention to the doors that open. Pay attention to the rooms where your gifts are welcome. Pay attention to the place where your wisdom, your voice, your presence, and your experience are recognized. Pay attention to the doors that open, because not every opportunity arrives loudly with thunder and lightning bolts, right? Sometimes it comes quietly. Sometimes it looks like a simple message or an email or someone asking for your help. Sometimes it looks like someone noticing your consistency, your character, your talent, your wisdom, the way you are with people, your gift with words, your gift with technology, your gift with speaking, or your gift with encouragement. Maybe it is the person who keeps reaching out to you. Maybe it's the mentor who sees you. Maybe it's the client who says, "Can you help me with this?" Maybe it is the room where you are invited into and you are welcomed without having to perform. So I want to encourage you with that today. Pay attention. Pay attention to the people and the things or the opportunities that say yes to you. Pay attention to those places where your gifts are recognized. Pay attention to the doors that open naturally and easily. Pay attention where there's peace and alignment and confirmation. That doesn't mean we stop building. That doesn't mean we don't take initiative and take courageous action. It doesn't mean that we just sit back on our laurels and wait for everything to come to us. But it does mean that we stop overlooking opportunities that are meant for us because they didn't arrive in a lightning bolt. Sometimes the next right step might come through a simple message, a simple conversation, a simple invitation. And sometimes that invitation is a reminder that you are becoming the woman you are meant to be. So, if you are in this season right now where you are stepping forward and trying to grow your business, trying to find your place, trying to find your voice, trying to figure out what's next, let this be a reminder. You don't always have to force your way forward. Sometimes you just need to notice what's already making room for you. Who is saying, come sit here? Who is saying, I see your strength? Who is saying, you belong here? Say yes to the people that say yes to you, and pay attention to those things that come easily, and trust those quiet invitations that may hold more purpose than you realize. As Brené Brown says, true belonging never asks us to change who we are. True belonging requires us to be who we are. And on that note, if you need extra coaching, I'm here for you. I will put the link here in the show notes. And if you'd like to be a part of a community where midlife women are stepping forward with their businesses, they're talking about the good, the hard, and the really messy things, come join my Red Low Women Network. We meet once a month and we talk about all these things. I often have guest speakers and we have conversations about how we move forward in this season of life. I'm here for you. You are seen, you are heard, you are valued, you are loved, and you belong. Keep stepping forward. Until we meet again, God bless. Have an amazing day. Thank you so much for being here today. I hope you have a few key takeaways that you can apply to your life. And if you don't mind, take a few moments and leave a review that lets other women know that we're here making a difference in your life and theirs as well. Until we meet again, God bless.